The Great Pinecone Exchange, high up in the mountains, where the air was crisp and the skies were the brightest blue, there stood an ancient pine forest. Deep within it, a young boy named Ethan often wandered. Ethan loved collecting things: smooth pebbles, colorful leaves, and most of all, pine cones. Each pine cone felt like a treasure, its woody scales shaped like the earth's very own art. One frosty morning, as Ethan explored the forest, he stumbled upon an enormous pine cone unlike any he'd ever seen. It shimmered faintly, as if tiny stars were trapped within. Excited, he reached for it, but before he could touch it, a voice called out, "Careful, young one," said a tall figure stepping out from behind the trees. It was a forest keeper, an old man with a beard so long it almost brushed the ground. His eyes sparkled like the stars in the pine cone. "This," the keeper said, holding the magical pine cone carefully, "is the heart of the forest. It's no ordinary treasure." Ethan's eyes widened. "What does it do?" he asked. "It has the power to grant a wish," the keeper explained, "but it comes at a cost. You must trade something of great value from your heart." Ethan thought for a moment. He didn't have much: no gold, no riches, just his collection of little treasures. Still, the thought of making a wish tempted him. "I could wish to always be happy," Ethan said, his voice trembling with excitement. The keeper nodded. "You could. But remember, happiness often comes from what we give, not what we take." Ethan hesitated. He looked at the keeper, then at the magical pine cone. Instead of reaching for it, he pulled out a simple, tiny pine cone from his collection, the first one he'd ever found, the one that started his love for exploring the forest. "This is my most precious treasure," Ethan said, holding it out to the keeper. "I don't want to trade it. But maybe you could take it and pass it to someone who feels lonely. If it made me happy, maybe it will make them happy too." The keeper's eyes softened. A smile spread across his face, and he gently took Ethan's pine cone. "You've already found your wish, young one," he said. "True happiness lies in sharing what we cherish most." With that, the magical pine cone dissolved into a flurry of golden sparkles, scattering through the forest. The trees seemed to hum, their branches swaying as though they were applauding Ethan's choice. From that day on, Ethan continued exploring the forest. But now, whenever he found a pine cone, he didn't keep it. He left it somewhere for others to find, a hidden gift to brighten their day. And deep within the forest, the keeper watched, knowing the heart of the forest had chosen its rightful guardian. Moral: true happiness is found in giving and sharing the things we hold dear.